Guys, it's Mosin here, back from CNH Smallenge for another video. This one deals with guns. I'm going to be showing you how to take out your extractor from your Mosin egg and bolt face, bolt's head, whatever you want to call it right here. Basically, I recommend soaking this thing in some type of penetrant, maybe 1 or 2 days before you actually take it apart on here. Me personally, what I do is I put it in hot carb part solution for about 24 hours. Put it in warm, hot stuff like that. Then I put it in, took it out, blew it out. I put in some automatic transmission fluid because that's a pretty good penetrant too. It let it soak in there for me about another couple hours. Then I took it out again. Then I put it in my ultrasonic jeweler's tank as well too, because that tends to loosen up any very small amount of debris that may be hanging up on the dovetail back here where it mates inside the bottom of the bolt face on here, and it can be really sticky and it can be a real bitch to get it out if you don't do it right. So basically, what you want to do first off, get some type of piece of metal where you can actually hold it on there without any problem. Basically, I got one of those little blocks here. It's a machine block that has a bunch of different angles on it from my father. He's a machinist, and we can basically have a bunch of different angles and stuff like that you can use for your specific applications. They got one angle got a chamfered part on here, other angle got just plain notch taken out of it. I got a real deep chamfer with a real sharp edge on here as well. So it basically can be used for any various things you need for your parts you're working on for that. So basically what you want to do is take your bolt face or bolt head, we're going to go here, and basically find somewhere on a block that you can actually fit it or hold securely on here. This one has a real nice wide chamfer edge right here. It'll basically fit perfectly down it like that. So basically you want to hold it like that in a angle where it's going to be able to fall out without damaging the rest of the bolt head. So the next part you want to do is get a small hammer. I got a real piece of shit hammer here that I basically use for just like it's basically junk I got off my grandfather probably about 10 years ago. It's basically garbage, and just make sure the head's completely secure on there. So this one should be okay. You don't want to use anything real big. You don't want to go overboard. Basically, also you need a second. Well, basically you can either use a small flat blade screwdriver, or let me see, I should have one of her sitting over here, so let me get another one here for that. I'd rather have a small one on here for it, but I don't want to F up the bolt facing on there for that. So let me see, I got another small one on here for you guys. Let me see, here we go. Oh, that might work. That's a file. I don't want to put that on there. I should have one over here. So where the hell damn thing ago? I just had it here a minute ago. Embarrassing. Where the hell did I put it at? Oh, here we go. I can use this. I just use that to knock it out. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. Basically, what you want to do is take a small flat blade screwdriver, and basically you want to, I'll show you exactly on here. Hold it in your one hand. I'm left-handed, so I'm doing left hand. Just do the complete opposite way. I'm doing it here if you're right-handed. Basically, what you want to do is take it here and put it in the groove where the extractor sits at. You want to slide it down in here so the extractor is slightly outside of the groove down inside. You want to work it down here. These things can be a real bitch to get down inside. So you want to basically have it, the extractor is sitting outside of the lip. Let me see if I can show you a better picture here. See, that's how you want to have it. So the extractor will be outside of the area where the rim, the cartridge fits on here. So it's sticking out. See, you can probably just see it just sticking out. I don't know, about a quarter of an inch, eighth of an inch, whatever out there. This thing's going to eventually come out, but this one's bad in there anyway. It's fucked up, so it's coming out anyway, regardless of that. So the next thing is want to do, let me say, get a better position to hold this thing in so I can show you a better picture of it. Oh, I have a big flat piece over here to hold on. Let me see, get some of your hold on, guys. And I just use one of my old damn tins over here. Got one of my zinc tins over here. This thing's a piece of scrap anyway. You've probably seen one of these before. Okay, I'll try to get a better angle here for you guys. This thing got crap all over anyway. Okay, you want to hold it like that, so you can just like get enough angle here to show you what I'm doing here, guys. You want to have it like that. Basically, what I'm going to do is spin it around since I'm left-handed, and have it facing this way so I can slowly tap it out of there for that. So you want to have it in a certain area where it's going to drop right straight out. Have the extractor out. It's about 1/4 inch out of the side of the groove, just like so. Put it down, facing down like that. And you can either take you can take a flat blade, whatever you want to on it, but I recommend using a 5/32 punch right here. This should knock the bad dog right out of there for that. So put that down at the angle like so. Hold this with your other hand. Put your 2 hands down here so it'll be staying nice and still right there for that. Sorry about that. I don't have any bigger areas to really knock this thing out with, so this is what I have to do here for this video. Since I already took out, I don't know how many, I took about 3 or 4 of these damn things out of my other guns. Anything else, just change them out. So next thing you want to do is take your hammer, tap it slightly, because sometimes these things can be stuck in here, and that's why I recommend soaking them for an extended period of time, maybe sometimes 3 or 4 days if it's being a real stubborn bitch in there. But this one, it was relatively easy after I did the 2-tier thing with just soaking a carb cleaner for about 24 hours. Put it in some transmission fluid. Then the last thing was put it in the ultrasonic jeweler's tank, and that usually does a job right there for that. So it's nice and hot when it comes out of there. When stuff's hot, I'm a dumbass. Oh, it tends to expand better, so it should be a lot easier to get at. So here we go. Hold this thing in one hand. Put that thing nice and straight up and down. Put it right on the angled part where it comes right down on the extractor right here, just like that on the top. Hold that, stay down by the bottom, and tap it. It should tap right out. There you go, see? That's all you gotta do. It's gonna be stuck in here as a teeny bit. And looks good to me. Extractor's out. 2 pieces out. See, now whenever you do want to reverse it, just do the reverse opposite of what I just showed you right there. In order to put it back in the extractor's dovetail spot right here, you see that's going to be realign it. Make sure it's down in the groove all the way already in there. And basically your extractor, I'll show you here, it has a little, like a horseshoe shape right down here where it fits into the bolts area right down here. You have like a little horseshoe shape, I just call it a dovetail because it fits right down inside here, and it has to line up in there. So basically whenever you do that, just blow it out and just put a new extractor right in there just like so, and you just slide it in there, and we're gonna pop it all like this. Give it a good hard squeeze. So sometimes these things will be a bitch you get in, other times they're not really bad at getting it all. And you just take your hammer, tap it slightly, just like that, until it's flush or above flush with the rear of the bolt face, or I just say the rear of the bolt bolt face, what you want to call it. And there you go. It's relatively flat. Let me just double check it here. Just tap the T-bit. Just make sure it's in there. You don't gotta go overboard. And that's basically how you take it out and put the extractor back in. It's not rocket science, and basically anybody who has a Mosin egg should know how to do this, because anytime you buy a gun online or something like that, sometimes the extractors can be sort of fucked up on there, or you might get a good one where it doesn't have any problems at all out there. I had one of my guns, the extractor wasn't completely cycling properly whenever you put a round in a chamber. Basically, you put the round in the magazine, and you load the gun like you normally load it, and it basically wasn't cycling. It was kind of a little bit difficult to lock it into the battery in there for that, and I swapped out another extractor and put the back in there, and it cycled perfectly fine after that. So these extractors usually about 15, 20, 25 bucks depending on where you get them from. I personally recommend going to eBay to buy them if you can. I do recommend the finished ones as opposed to the the Russian ones, because the finished ones, I think they're a better high quality one. They're also like a plum red color as well too, and it's a high chromium alloy, and I'm pretty sure that they held them to a better, higher standard than the Russian ones are. So if you can buy finished ones as a resort to a Mosin for the Russian ones with the tool star, or the Izzy marked ones with the little triangle in the arrow on there for that. So that's my review, how to take out your extractor, how to put it back in your bolt head if you have to do it. If anybody has any questions, comments, whatnot, so you leave me a message here on my page, and I'll try to answer any questions you may have about something like that specifically. I'll see you guys.